Right, Tina, really good session of the day. Hope you found it helpful. Just going to go through now the progress that we can see from this left-hand video now from a couple of weeks ago, where we sort of started to see that hip movement improving to the right-hand one now, where we're seeing a much more improved movement to where we want that impact position to be. So if you look at this left-hand one, just as a reminder again, that right hand does have a tendency to want to create, it sort of starts off okay here, then a bit of a movement, then a waggle, then a bit more, just a little bit more turning over with that right hand. So just, again, we do keep saying it sometimes, but that right hand definitely wants to keep moving over more than you want to. So just be aware of that at setup. And then we talk about your right hand swing in a minute, getting this sort of setup to start with here with that lead arm will certainly help. But if we look here on this left hand one, as you went back, your backswing movement now is looking okay. We get a nice rotation. It's this shift back into the golf ball. We've talked about trying to get your body weight to move now towards this lead line. You can see now here at impact how far behind the golf ball your hands are, how much loft and launch that golf club is going to be having on that golf ball, weakening the shot, very high, very floaty, not much distance there with that shot, and all the weight, as we can see, hanging back on this trail foot. So just reminding yourself with this setup, getting your hands in that really nice structure with the hands a bit more towards your lead thigh, dropping the shoulder down now to get that sort of tilted position, and then setting your feet around that. Okay, so once the arms get back in a nice position here, don't go quite so far forward here. I'd rather see you go that way than the other way, but just be mindful you don't want to be getting too far forward. There's like a window, we're trying to get those hands sort of in between there, sort of by your left thigh would be a good spot. And again, now with the same good backswing, shifting that way and putting the pressure down into that front foot that we talked about, because your grip now is certainly stronger, the ability now for you to get the hands a bit more in front of where they were before at impact, getting them, at least at this case, level with the golf ball. As I said, long term we're going to have them in front. We can see when we come back to the golf ball here now at impact, there's a shift of weight with this lead hip. You can see moving into that green line there now, and there's your hands at impact now, pretty much level with the golf ball. That's just before impact, and your hands now sort of on top of the golf ball as we move through. And if you look at those two impact positions, just the difference in kind of your body structure, where your weight is going to start to go. So I think in time, hopefully maybe sort of a couple more weeks, we can see another progress from that left hand one to this right hand one, and another progress again to say a third video maybe on the right there, getting your hands in more in front, getting that launch angle better, getting that penetrated flight, getting that ball going further and straighter with a much more efficient hit of the golf ball. So getting that swing, as we said, backwards looking great. It's this shift into the body now, into that left side. You're definitely starting to see the progress and the practice you've been doing paying off. Now the club face is square, and then through into that very, very good follow through. When you finish the swing here now, all your weight, as you can see, very nicely up on that left side. We just got to get there just a smidgen earlier, but we're certainly making some great progress here as we've been working through the winter. So hope that all makes sense, Tina. Just as a bit of a footnote to remind you about with the driver, we weren't too sure with the setup when you did it on the session there. Now, when we do this stuff at the start, because the ball now is going to be further forward, I would have the ball sort of situated here relative to your feet being together, so your arms are going to be a little bit further forward there at the dress. I think when you put the ball, your arm across your torso too far, it just weakened off that grip, and that's when you're losing a lot of yardage with the driver because of that. So just a slight little tweak there with that driver setup, similar but just starting off in a slightly different position relative to the golf ball. So I hope that makes sense. Any questions, obviously give me a shout, and I'll catch up again soon. Cheers, Tina.